Man, look, I woke up seeing that post and I just shook my head, man. I said, here he go. 50 Cent is the super villain of the internet, dog. He really the Thanos of this rap game, I'm telling you. When that man get quiet, that's when you need to start praying.
Boosie recently reacted after 50 Cent publicly called out T.I. and Tiny, sparking a wave of discussion across social media. In a post that quickly gained attention, 50 Cent hinted that a documentary project might be in the works focusing on controversies that have surrounded the couple. He even suggested that they might want to consider bringing in a crisis PR team. The comments spread rapidly online, with fans debating whether 50 Cent was simply expressing his opinion or deliberately stirring up headlines in the entertainment world. Around the same time, T.I. appeared on the Ebro, Laura, and Rosenberg show, where he discussed several ongoing topics in the music industry and addressed some of the conversations surrounding him. Meanwhile, Moneybagg Yo, often referred to as the King of the South artist, also participated in interviews discussing the Miss Jackson record. During those conversations, he explained his perspective on how events unfolded and how 50 Cent's name became part of the discussion. Not long after those interviews began circulating online, 50 Cent posted a message that quickly caught the public's attention before it was reportedly removed. In the post, he suggested that T.I. might face questions about legal allegations that had previously been discussed publicly. He also mentioned the possibility of bringing in a crisis PR team during the ongoing media tour. The brief message quickly sparked even more discussion online, with many people debating the timing and intent behind the post. In the same discussion, 50 Cent also mentioned that new music had recently been released. Some viewers interpreted this as a reference to the promotional run surrounding T.I.'s recent appearances. Because of the timing, several fans speculated that 50 Cent may have seen interview clips circulating earlier that day and decided to respond to the situation publicly.
That's when you need to check your windows and doors, cause he in the lab cooking up destruction. He talking about he gotta surviving T.I. and Tiny Doc? Man, that is diabolical. That's cold-blooded. And mentioning the Diddy situation in the same breath? He basically telling T.I., yeah, I'm the one that started the fire.
During those interviews, T.I. reportedly explained that certain reactions from people around him happened independently. He clarified that he did not personally direct those responses. He also shared that he later encouraged everyone involved to remain calm and avoid escalating the public conversation further. Meanwhile, fans across social media continued debating the situation. Some believe 50 Cent appeared frustrated, while others argue that the back and forth is simply part of how artists interact in the modern online entertainment world. Several commentators pointed out that 50 Cent is known for responding to disputes with direct and sometimes provocative posts, which often keeps the conversation active on social media. At the same time, the speaker in the discussion emphasized that their opinions were independent. They explained that while some viewers claim they always support 50 Cent, they believe he simply has a reputation for speaking his mind without many limits when responding publicly. The situation has also led to comparisons with T.I.'s approach. Some observers noted that T.I. typically handles disagreements differently. According to statements shared in interviews, T.I. indicated that he considers the situation largely behind him and prefers to move forward. He suggested that he may address certain topics through music or thoughtful discussion, rather than continuing an online exchange. Some commentators have also questioned the idea of creating a documentary about the situation. From their perspective, turning an ongoing disagreement into a documentary could shift the public conversation even further and potentially extend the debate between the artists. They also pointed out that T.I. previously faced allegations that were widely reported in the media. However, legal proceedings related to those claims were later dismissed. According to public records, supporters argue that T.I. went through the legal process and that those matters were addressed through the court system. T.I. himself has spoken publicly about the situation in the past, explaining that the legal matters connected to those allegations were handled through the courts and ultimately dismissed, according to reports. He has consistently maintained in interviews that the claims made in those lawsuits did not reflect his account of events, and that he chose to handle the situation through proper legal channels. Commentators note that when issues like these are revisited in documentaries or media projects, they can place the topic back into the public spotlight. Even when matters have already been resolved legally, presenting them again in a film or series often encourages audiences to revisit the discussion and form their own opinions. Some observers argue that when past allegations are highlighted again in media projects, they can influence how audiences interpret the situation, even if those claims were never proven in court. They believe bringing those topics back into focus during a public disagreement between artists can shift attention away from the music itself and toward personal controversy. In this particular debate, the commentator suggested that responding to online criticism or lyrical exchanges by referencing previously reported accusations could push the conflict in a different direction. From their perspective, that approach does not necessarily represent a clear victory in the back and forth between artists. They also noted that similar controversies have appeared throughout hip-hop history, including other high-profile disputes and documentaries. However, they emphasized that the accuracy of claims presented in those projects often remains open to interpretation and public debate. The commentator also addressed criticism from viewers who questioned their stance on the issue. They explained that when discussing major entertainment stories, their goal is simply to share an honest perspective rather than support one side over another. According to them, online audiences often assume creators are biased, but they insist their commentary is based purely on how they personally interpret the situation.
And I'm coming back with more gasoline. 50 don't play by the rules, man. Most people, they beef. They go to the studio, they make a little diss track. Not 50. 50 go get a camera crew, a director, and a distribution deal with a network just to ruin your whole month. And look, I love Tip, but 50 is on demon time for real.
The commentator also reflected on how conflicts in hip-hop have traditionally played out. In the past, disagreements between artists were often expressed through music, diss tracks, or public discussions, rather than through outside platforms that revisit allegations that had already been addressed legally. From their perspective, this shift in approach has sparked debate among fans about how these situations should be handled in today's media environment. They noted that 50 Cent has increasingly used social media and online commentary as his primary way of engaging in public conversations. Over the years, many fans have come to expect this style of interaction from him. The commentator also shared the view that 50 Cent has not shown much interest in returning to traditional rap battles or competitive exchanges through music, something that fans once expected from major hip-hop rivalries. Instead, they believe his focus in recent years has shifted more towards social media commentary, entertainment ventures, and media projects, rather than lyrical back-and-forth releases. They also pointed out that when someone who is usually outspoken online suddenly becomes quieter about a particular situation, it often leads fans to speculate about the strategy behind that silence. In this case, much of the discussion has centered around the possibility of a documentary project that could highlight previously reported allegations involving other artists. That idea alone has already sparked significant debate across social media. The commentator reminded viewers that many public figures in the entertainment industry have faced accusations at different points in their careers. In many cases, those claims never lead to legal convictions, which makes the topic especially sensitive when it is brought up again publicly. They continued by saying that turning serious allegations into part of a public dispute between artists raises difficult questions about the purpose behind it. From their point of view, when a situation is presented in a documentary during an ongoing disagreement, audiences may begin to question whether the intention is truly about raising awareness or simply continuing a rivalry in the public eye. They emphasize that within the entertainment industry, accusations can lead to very different outcomes. Some claims are addressed and resolved through the legal system, while others remain disputed in the court of public opinion. Because of that complexity, the commentator argued that revisiting such topics during an artist feud can create confusion for audiences, especially when the facts surrounding past cases have already been handled legally or remain unresolved. The commentator also questioned the timing of giving public platforms to individuals who have made allegations. When that happens during an active dispute between artists, it can make the situation harder for audiences to interpret clearly. From their perspective, discussions about serious claims are generally expected to focus on awareness or accountability, rather than appearing in the middle of a personal rivalry. They added that the ongoing exchange between the artists seems to be driven more by public image and reputation than by financial motivations, since both figures are already well established in the entertainment industry. According to this viewpoint, the situation appears to revolve around defending personal brands and responding to criticism, which has kept fans and commentators actively debating the issue across social media. The commentator concluded by saying that strong personalities and pride often play a major role in high-profile disagreements between artists. Because of that, public exchanges can sometimes escalate as both sides attempt to defend their reputations. They also noted that while there has been discussion online about a possible documentary project, it is still unclear whether anything like that will actually move forward. Public records show that the matters involving T.I. were civil lawsuits that were later dismissed rather than criminal charges, an important detail that is frequently mentioned in the broader conversation. Meanwhile, Boosie also stepped into the discussion, sharing his reaction to the growing debate surrounding the situation. During a recent conversation, Boosie suggested that public disputes between major artists can easily spiral once social media becomes involved. According to Boosie, once posts, interviews, and reactions begin circulating online, fans start analyzing every message and every detail of the timing behind them.
Open up the door to my bedroom, as you shouldn't have to either. Open up the door to my bedroom for everybody to come in, chime in, and make their opinions about what we do and don't do and should or shouldn't do. But I will say this, whatever we ever have done has been done with consensual adults who into what we into and like what we like. If we want something, we know exactly where to go to get it. We ain't never forced nobody. We ain't never drugged nobody against their will. We ain't never held nobody against their will. We ain't never made nobody do anything. We ain't never trafficked anything.
Boosie explained that moments like this show just how quickly narratives can develop in the entertainment world. He pointed out that people watching from the outside often form strong opinions based on short clips or headlines, even when the full context of what each artist meant is still being debated across different platforms. According to Boosie, disagreements between artists have always been part of hip-hop culture. However, the way those conflicts play out today looks very different from the past. Years ago, most responses happened through music releases, diss tracks, or direct interviews. Now, a single social media post or comment can instantly reach millions of people and trigger widespread reactions. Because of that shift, artists sometimes find themselves responding to conversations that grow far beyond the original issue. Fans, bloggers, and commentators all add their own perspectives, which can quickly turn a simple disagreement into a major trending topic online. As the discussion continued, Boosie stressed that situations like this often become bigger than the artists themselves once the public gets involved. Every statement, repost, or interview clip becomes part of a larger narrative that fans try to piece together. When multiple well-known figures are involved, the attention multiplies even faster. In this case, names like 50 Cent, T.I., and Boosie appearing in the same conversation only fueled more reactions from fans across social media. According to Boosie, the entertainment world moves incredibly fast, and once a story gains momentum online, it continues evolving as more reactions and opinions enter the conversation. As the topic spread further, several other voices from the hip-hop community began sharing their thoughts as well. Some commentators pointed out that moments like this show how quickly conversations between artists can turn into major talking points across media platforms. Interviews, live streams, and social media posts were quickly clipped and reposted, pushing the topic even further into the spotlight. Industry observers also noted that when major figures like 50 Cent and T.I. are involved, fan reactions tend to grow much faster. Each new comment adds another layer to the story, keeping the debate active across blogs, podcasts, and social media pages. Meanwhile, radio hosts and online personalities also weighed in as the conversation continued gaining traction. Many highlighted how situations like this demonstrate the power of modern media cycles, where a single interview clip or social media post can spark days of discussion. Several commentators explained that artists today operate in an environment where fans expect immediate reactions. Because of that, even small remarks can be interpreted in multiple ways by different audiences. As clips circulate across platforms, viewers begin forming their own theories about what each artist meant and what might happen next. Other entertainment analysts also noted that debates like this often evolve into broader discussions about reputation and public perception. When artists respond to criticism through interviews, social media posts, or future projects, it can shape how audiences interpret the entire situation. With Boosie offering his perspective and multiple commentators adding their opinions, the conversation quickly expanded beyond just a few posts online. Fans began comparing reactions, revisiting past interview moments, and discussing how artists manage public disputes in today's digital era, where every message can instantly reach a global audience. As the discussion continued growing, several hip-hop bloggers and podcast hosts started analyzing the situation from different angles. Some pointed out that moments like this highlight how closely fans follow relationships between major artists. Every interview appearance, social media caption, or repost quickly becomes part of the ongoing conversation. A few commentators also mentioned that when artists with long histories in the industry speak about one another, reactions tend to be even stronger. Fans often revisit past collaborations, old interviews, and previous disagreements while trying to understand how the current situation developed. At the same time, industry observers emphasize that public debates between artists can sometimes grow larger than the original issue itself. Once multiple personalities begin reacting, whether through podcasts, live streams, or social media threads, the conversation can quickly shift in several directions. Boosie's comments added another perspective to the ongoing discussion, and many fans began comparing his viewpoint with what other commentators were saying online. As more clips circulated, audiences started analyzing specific quotes and reactions, which kept the topic trending across entertainment platforms. Entertainment analysts also pointed out that situations like this reveal just how much the music industry has changed in the digital era. Years ago, disagreements between artists might unfold slowly through songs or magazine interviews. Today, the timeline moves much faster, with reactions appearing almost instantly across multiple platforms. Because of that speed, fans often witness the entire conversation developing in real time. Comments from artists, responses from media personalities, and reactions from other musicians all combine to shape the narrative, turning a single moment into a widely discussed topic across the hip-hop community. As the discussion continues across interviews and social media, fans are still debating what this situation really means for everyone involved. With Boosie sharing his thoughts, commentators analyzing the posts, and clips from recent interviews continuing to circulate, the story has clearly captured the attention of the hip-hop world. Some viewers believe these online exchanges are simply part of the modern entertainment media cycle, while others think the discussion has grown much bigger than expected. Now the question is, do you think situations like this should stay in the music? Or has social media completely changed how artists handle disagreements? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates and breakdowns on the latest hip-hop stories.